Whoa, now, say, what's happening with the world minds and them foul shot and reporting on the Bamboozle Again News Network with a quick jump before I clock into work, right? And you know how I talk about my mind, honor and the soul say witchcraft is essentially the equation of intimidation, manipulation, and domination, right? Okay, but you can kind of intimidate people in subtle ways or less than overt, right? So I caught a reel on my Facebook, right, where it said, what is a clear sign of witchcraft? For identification purpose, so you can navigate you, because you're probably going to run into it in some way, shape, form, or fashion, right? And it really hit home when my man said this one. He said essentially a one telltale sign of witchcraft is the not respecting of boundaries. I said, watch out that now. And then, it gave me better clarity and insight to why my spirit be so triggered or irritated, right? Because all the people that I had to cut off, it was essentially because um, they, overstepped clear, simple boundaries. Something simple, you know what I mean? Like, I'm of the belief, unless it's an emergency, there's no reason to call nobody for 9 o'clock, Because it's the first thing in the morning, they probably getting themselves together, they whoop, the whoop, the whoop. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason to do that. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I'll send a text message or they'll get around to it whenever they get around to it. I ain't calling nobody for no 9 o'clock in the morning, And actually, me being me, I'll probably wait till about 10, let you get rolling a little bit, then I might hit you whatever I got to talk to you about. You know what I'm saying? But that's a telltale sign of witchcraft. Now, we just think these people just slow or maybe they don't get it or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? But more oftentimes than not, you can't do it to them. They'll have an issue if you do it to them. But somehow or another, they feel entitled to attempt to impose themselves in your life or violate clear, simple boundaries. We ain't talking about nothing super spectacular. That's what it is. Like I said, all the people I had to cut off, that's because they violated a boundary. Or they violated the boundary of my intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as I know, in recent history, ain't nobody ever came to me and say, "Oh, Cal, you out of order, you overstepping your bounds." Maybe in telling the truth, but not in their personal lives. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand boundaries. If you think about, and it makes sense if you think about it, when the Most High made the world and set Adam and then created Eve and all that there, they were in perfect harmony and freedom, right? Here it is with boundaries. Then what did the adversary do? You know what I'm saying? Through, I'm assuming, presenting himself as a serpent, right? He got them to essentially lose everything they had for overstepping their boundaries. Hey, all this is yours. You can darn near do whatever you want. Just don't fool with that tree over there. And what did he get them to do? Violate God boundaries. And we ain't been the same since. See, if you notice that the proverbial Jezebel, as we like to call it in this space, right? What does she do? Violate boundaries. That's all she know how to do is violate boundaries. You know what I'm talking about? Or let's say the succubus male or the incubus male, right? What do? They might come in and love bomb you and whoop de whoop de whoop de whoop. But then right after that short phase, it's time. It's time to violate some boundaries and see how you respond to it. And if they violate a boundary, you don't say nothing or you mark it off. And you might just, okay, all right, they messed up. I'm kind of like that. But not really, not now. Now that I've become more of, okay. And then they'll just keep doing it. They'll just keep testing you. They just keep inching up. You know what I'm saying? To the point where you don't even remember where your boundary was at. Because now they've kind of marked the line in another place. So now they're creating your boundary. And then when you finally say something, they act like they mad with you. Like, what do you mean? Which is kind of technically true if you think about it, considering the fact if you let somebody else establish your boundaries, when you try to put the boundary back up, they'll get mad with you because now they got legal right. I guess in the spiritual demonic realm, you're supposed to check that at the door. And a lot of times, I'll be so honest, I don't have time, because I'm kind of doing whatever. Like, you can't just outright just say whatever dumb to me or something like that. But the game's so subtle, it'll kind of put you in a spiritual hyper-vigilant state where you kind of got to read everything. And I don't really got time to do that. And it kind of takes me focus of just enjoying the day. Because the adversary's main goal is to rob you of your joy. So once I get back, and I think this is a reason for my self-reflection and isolation, then I'll kind of review my day kind of unconsciously, right? And be like, oh, wait, man, I remember man said that, but that tell, oh, nah, we're done. You know what I'm saying? So once I recognize, oh, and then when they come back, now, okay, I ain't checking initially, right? Oh, no, I ain't rocking with you, cuz. Oh, what did you talk? Then they try fast talk. No, 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 because remember yesterday when you said just like that, Dad? Yeah, that's why. And I'm gone. Ain't nothing to talk about. There's no negotiation with the spiritual terrorists. I got that from the United States State Department. You don't negotiate with spiritual terrorists. You know what I'm saying? You say what it is, like when Yeshua was telling, he hit him with the word, and that's how he responded. And then said, man, go on, get me behind me where you belong at, champ. You know what I mean? Wow, boy, it's real on the battlefield. And that's why I would like to go other places, because now I'm pretty sure, witchcraft is, but Babylon's got to be the epicenter of it. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said in previous video, the game has become so subtle now, or it darn near seems like everybody doing it to some degree. You know what I'm saying? So it be kind of hard to tell the wheat from the tares or salt from sugar at this point. Or this become the new normal where everybody's practicing some level of manipulation to some degree. You know what I'm saying? Or they have a Trojan horse in the sense of their motives aren't necessarily clear cut or made known off Jump Street, and then you see it in their action and behaviors. You know what I'm talking about? But this is just a real quick one though. One before work, something for y'all to think about. It's your man, Foul Sharp, in the battlefield every day, big reporting. You know what I'm saying? So you don't get bamboozled. One love, baby. Cover your six. Ooh, ah.